So then I was like, dude, what if the ship like ran on weed?
Whoa, that's heavy, man. Yes, this is a Jimmy Jam's Takeover. So, hi, hello there. It's you again. Good to see you. A long-awaited fucking Aliens review. And I've been thinking about it and thinking about it. I've had so much to talk about. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Carl, because that was my prop that I was going to use for my review, but I lent it to Carl so the madman himself could rewatch it, and it's a pretty good addition. How did it look on the PS5, by the way?
Oh, it looked great.
Did it look like pretty like high def because it was made in '86, so
yeah, it's like almost 40 years old, so it's hard to tell. And in all honesty, this was the very first DVD I've ever watched on that thing.
Okay, fair enough.
But it was great.
It holds up so well with all these like HDR like remakes and 4K. Like it actually holds up really well when they bring up the resolution on it. Because I'll be honest, I've only watched VHSs and like older DVDs. I never even watched that collection. That one I got from my dad actually.
Oh, yeah.
So those are a higher definition than any of the collections I watched as a kid. But I got my Xbox back. Yeah, Jimmy Jam's Gaming Lands is going to be coming back. So keep an eye out for that, too, because I got some funny stuff coming up. We are back, and Verdance is back, and I am going to be just as mad. All right. For anybody that remembers me in the early days of my streaming. Yeah, but I finally hooked up my Xbox again to my high-def TV, and I turned on Aliens just a little while ago, and I was like, holy shit, this looks good. Like with a high-def TV and off like something that can support it, it looks really fucking good. And I was like, wow, I can't believe I've never put this on. So like on my high-def setup. So, yeah. I've been making these animations of different movie characters fighting each other, but I didn't really understand what I was doing or why I was doing it. But then I realized, just watch the box office. So now I created it into the box office beatdowns. So every week there's gonna be 1 to 2 fights, depending. It might be the box office, like the top box office of the week prior, and then one right away going into the box office, because the top box office is Minecraft, but I'm a little behind, so my newest video is going to be Snow White versus Jason Statham from his A Working Man character. All right. There's a lot of beatdowns. It gets a little violent. It's definitely what do you call that these days? NSFW, not safe for work. And I've been animating it all myself, piece by piece, and it's been a hell of a lot of work, but it's a lot of fun. So
you should put a comment in the comment box here, and then people can go to your channel right from the comment box.
And
then maybe we can.
I've actually put my Jimmy Jam Presents. I don't know if there actually is a Z, but I'll make sure, because I thought there was forever, but then I looked one day and I was like, I don't think there's actually a Z in that, but
Really?
Because you asked me too, like, is there that the Z in there? I was like, yeah, for sure. And I looked, I was like, I think it's just Jimmy Jam Presents, but I've just added the Z for no fucking reason, just to be edgy, I guess.
Well,
you gotta be cool.
I did notice there is another Jimmy Jam out there, so the Z is a good addition.
There is.
Yeah.
I've heard of a comedian, because I look at the search topics or whatever, and it's like comedian Jimmy something, and it's like Jimmy Lan or something, and it's super close.
Yeah. Yeah, I found one. There's a Jimmy Jams. He's pretty big. But anyways, this is your show.
I've been super stoked on doing everything I've been doing, but again, my Xbox just came back, so I'm going to be doing a lot more gaming videos, but like Carl's bringing out, that's not what this video is about. This podcast, this review is all about Aliens, the 1986 fucking masterpiece. All right? Like, I love this movie. I absolutely love it. Carl, give me your general feelings. How do you feel about Aliens, the movie itself?
Okay, well, I watched it probably 30 years ago, and then I watched it last night.
Yeah.
So there's a pretty big gap in there. So, the movie was almost like watching it for the first time, other than that iconic scene that everybody knows, that I'm sure I don't even need to say which one it is.
Right.
But,
get away from her, you bitch? Or
no, where the alien comes out of the guy's gut or whatever.
Oh, from the first one, in Alien.
Did I watch the wrong movie?
You might have watched the wrong movie.
For fuck's sakes. I watched Alien.
Yeah.
The very first Alien.
Well, you know what? We'll make it an Alien review, because I want to know your thoughts, because I love this movie almost as much, but it's not quite, and I have just as many trivia thoughts for this. So that's good. So now we're going to talk about the 1979 or
77, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's for the 1977 classic Alien, directed by Ridley Scott, which is still another great movie. It's a masterpiece. And the funniest thing about this movie is how they sold it was, God damn it, what's his name? One of the producers, he had written, Dan O'Bannon had written the story, and he was a bit crazy. He came out of film school with like James Cameron and a couple of people, and they did a couple of films together and then separated. But anyways, Dan O'Bannon came up and he was like, yeah, it's kind of like just Jaws in space, because Jaws was the big movie at the time, and they were like, the executives went, yeah, that makes sense, because the first Alien, that's honest to God, it's a slasher. Like, you could put Freddy or Jason Voorhees up there, and he's ready to kill. It's the same format. Like, people going and hiding, and then something popping out, killing them, and then everybody trying to figure it out.
I enjoyed it. It was a good movie.
Right? The original actually looks better than Aliens too, also.
Like FX-wise, you mean?
Yeah, not quite, but like they got away with some really cool stuff. Like, and I'll explain some of that. We'll just have this be more of a loose review, let's call it, because I have a lot of cool.
Because somebody watched the wrong movie.
Yes, it's the one with the S. Which James Cameron, apparently, I don't know if that was ever actually a thing, but apparently he walked into like the executive board and wrote Alien and then put an S, but made a $sign out of the S. And everyone went, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Just because it was going to make money if you just did an Alien sequel. Yeah. So he just walked in and like put a $sign, said that, and they went, yeah, okay, we'll make the sequel. Okay, so now I have to look up a little bit more. No worries, that's even better.
Well, now I got another movie. Now I get to look forward to watching another movie. And I was actually thinking, because I had this box set here, I was thinking, fuck, I'm going to watch the next one, just because I haven't seen it for a billion years either. But
yeah, because I was going to say, it's closer to 50 years since this movie came out. The first one.
77. I'm pretty sure it was 77.
Yeah.
I should have clicked there when you said 86.
Yeah.
And then
because that's when the sequel came out. I'll be right. Yeah. I left something on, and I just realized.
It's all good. So yeah, Jimmy Jam said it was from 1986, and I thought I had seen it was from 1977. So I just told my brain that no, it's because I'd read it wrong or looked at something wrong, and I'm watching the right movie. And it was from 1986. Special effects wise, the 1977 movie was very good. I mean, it was LucasArts, I guess. So the whole space thing. I got a kick
Yeah.
out of I got a kind of a kick out of the spaceship itself and some of the
Oh,
like the technology that they thought was going to be. I just sort of that kind of thing.
I love the look of it because it really does look like a spaceship version of like a truck, like a trucker's truck. Like the shit hanging out everywhere. Because that's what these guys really are. They're like space truckers. They're just hauling a bunch of mining shit.
What is that? What they're doing?
Yeah, they're like a hauling vessel, and so that's why they never got like into a bunch of the ship. They were kind of stayed in the main part of the ship, but that's why it was so big. It was because it had like a bunch of minerals that they were hauling across the.
Okay.
And that yeah.
I didn't know that because when I was watching the movie, that was one of the things, and I didn't want to be critical of it for something like this, but it was running around. They were running around in the ship, and I was thinking, why are all these big fucking empty rooms in this ship? But they got like,
Right?
all this, everything else is so compact in places, but then all of a sudden they're in these big open spaces with nothing in them, and I'm like, this doesn't make but now it makes sense. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it was like a big space hauler. Yeah, it was like a big rig for the space, like. Interspace travels.
So Riley or whatever, Ripley. So she's not like a scientist or anything.
No, she's just like a captain. Not a captain, but
third captain or something.
Third. Yeah. So third in command. So she knows how to run everything and kind of is more. She runs more of like the basic stuff. Like she's the person that people talk to, so she can talk to the people in maintenance that get things done.
They want more money. They wanted more money. I got a kick. I got a kick out of that too. Actually,
those two were like some of the best characters. Like, and still, like they are like a perfect like little duo of just these guys. That like, yeah, we just want our money, man. and then I guess we'll kind of go through the movie itself because why the hell not? Yeah, like they show up, they wake up, which is a great scene, even in the pods at that time, like them just waking up slowly. I think that's just like a great scene. And it kind of shows like you get like a weird sense right off the hop because it goes slowly through this empty spaceship. And then it shows like these two masks or what could be like robots with things showing up on their screens that almost looks like they're communicating, but then it turns out it's just appearing off of a screen reflecting on these spacesuits. But then everybody wakes up and it's just kind of very realistic. What I really like, they all wake up and they go like, oh, like, okay, so where the fuck, like, okay, it seems a little early, but whatever. Like they get ready they think they're waking up to go land on Earth with their haul. But
they were 10 months. They were 10 months early, I believe.
Yeah, 10 months early, and they exactly. And I love the scene where they all go down to the cockpit and they try to communicate with Earth, and they're like, "Hello," and then Ripley in the back the whole time goes, "This isn't our solar system." She's trying to communicate. She's like, "No, this isn't right." And I just like that kind of see it. Gives a lot of dynamic between the whole group.
So in Aliens, I guess there's not much cast to come back into the second one, is there?
It's just Ripley.
And the cat? Is the cat just
for the first like 10 minutes, the cat's there.
Because the cat had a pretty big role in Alien.
Right?
He was a pretty important part of the movie.
Jonesy, you little asshole. And that's what I call cats for my whole life ever because of Ripley. He goes, "Hey, Joe," and it's in the second one. He goes, "Hey, Joe," and she goes, "Hey, you little asshole. What are you doing away? What are you doing here?" So, yeah, you'll like that because the whole like opening of Aliens has to do with the cat.
Yeah, that's funny. That was one of the things in the first Alien there too that I thought was funny was how big a role
the reliance on how many shots of the cat,
or even just the cat. Yeah, there was like the one scene near the end there where they just kept panning to the cat looking there. Watching
it's funny. They actually released, and it's on there. They call it a director's cut, but it's not. Like the Ridley Scott had nothing to do with it, but it's like the other version of what you watch. Because I don't know if you watched the special edition of it or the director's cut.
Yeah, well, the director was on at the beginning of it and said this was the director's cut. So I'm pretty sure I watched the director's cut of Alien.
Okay. Because in that one, does the alien like walk past the cat in the carrier and just smack it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, okay, you watch that version. There's not much difference, but Ridley Scott actually didn't do anything for that director's cut. Like, the original one is the director's cut. That one's like a studio cut.
Yeah.
Where they added like a little bit more humor and stuff. Like the scene where the alien like walks up to the cat in the carrier and sees it, goes smack, and just like smacks the carrier.
At that point, you don't know if the cat's dead or what happened to the cat.
Yeah. But then late another scene, you see Ripley holding the cat in the carrier. Like she finds it running away, and then she grabs it like, oh fuck, it's Jonesy.
You gotta save the cat.
And they never know. They never like let on whose cat it is. I think it's the first guy who dies who's looking for it, because he goes underneath and it's like that. He's one of the money guys, but it's the white one. The first guy to die, he goes underneath. Oh, not the guy that gets the thing on him.
Yeah.
But the first guy to die from the alien itself. Yeah. I think it's his cat, but they never like say whose cat it really is.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a Ripley sends him to go find the cat.
Yeah.
At one point.
Yeah. So I don't know if maybe it is Ripley's cat.
No, it's probably his cat. That's why she sent him, because it was his cat, and the cat would come to him probably.
Yeah.
So
go find her stupid cat. But yeah,
exactly.
I guess there's a couple cool trivia things to talk about that I got with this one. When they first like pull down and land on the alien planet. Yeah, which is the most ridiculous scene. Like one of their landing legs hits a rock and it just kind of like shifts a little bit, and then the whole landing ship fucking destroys. Like, you would think that they'd have better suspension than that in the future.
I missed that clip. I missed the actual.
Because when they land, they put out the foot of the ship and it hits a rock and it just kind of tilts. And that's what causes everything to fucking explode. It's so ridiculous. It's like, well, aren't there isn't there shocks for that? Like in every other kind of vehicle that's ever been made?
Maybe they should have hired SpaceX to.
No, it would have blown up on entry.
Calculate their landing.
It would have blown up on entry because it was made of fucking plastic. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. But yeah, when they land and when you see them come out of the shuttle and you see them like in space and like they're in their suits and in their big wide shots, that's actually Ridley Scott, the director. It's his kids in the suits. Just to make it look so much bigger, he put his like two 7 and 8 year old kids in the spacesuits, so they're walking around to make it look like everything around them is bigger. Wow. And same as when they find the space jockey, the big alien that has its chest burst out.
Yep.
Walk up on, which they bring up in Prometheus, and I don't like it. Prometheus, that's gonna be one of my next ones, because I want to do one or two entries in a series that I like, and then one or two that I don't like. And
for all of us who don't know, how many of them is there?
Okay, so how it goes with I'll tell you the chronologically how you should watch them and how they go in time wise.
Okay, cool.
It goes Prometheus would be the first one, which is, I'll get to that in a little bit. I'll just skip over it. Then there's Alien Covenant, and then there's Alien, and then there's Alien, the new one that just came out. Fuck, what was it called? For fuck's sakes. It was actually a really good Alien movie. It felt more like I'm just going to say Romulus. Alien Romulus. That's what it is.
Yep.
That was a really good one. And then Alien 2, Alien 3, Alien Resurrection, and I think that's the end. Yeah, there's 5 or 6 in the main continuity, and then there's Alien versus Predator, which is a whole nother thing.
So that alien that's dead, that is all ripped apart at the beginning there.
Yeah.
Do we ever find out like what species of alien that is or anything?
Yeah, Prometheus tells you.
I see.
And it sucks.
Really?
Because when Prometheus came out 30 years after, like Ridley Scott took Alien back, and this came out in maybe 2008, 2009. I don't know the actual timeline, so put it down in the comments and give me a lot of hate, please. I need the interaction, and I need the subscribers just so you can hate me. It's perfect. I'm not sure the actual time when the movie came out because I just fucking hated it, but it says that creature that was there is like 9 foot, very white, humanoid-looking creature that they created us. Like they are our creators. They're our gods.
Anunnaki. Huh.
Yeah, but not as believable.
Oh,
It's awful. It's
Huh.
like and there's just like I could disbelieve that and be like, okay, but even the characters in the movie make really bad decisions. Okay,
Mhm.
like there's a 1,000-foot spaceship that is a giant circle that's like this, right? And it's falling, and the two main characters are in the center. And what do? They just keep running straight away from it as it's falling. They don't turn to the left or turn to the fucking right. They just keep running straight until one of them dies.
In a hamster wheel.
Yeah, but you could just turn this way and you're out of the fucking the circle of destruction. It's fucking like that's bad writing. Like you can't blame anything else but bad writing on that because most humans would have to go that way.
Huh.
You would think.
I think I've watched all of the Alien movies.
Alien 1, Alien 3, and Resurrection.
Yeah, I think so. And even the newer ones you were talking about.
Yeah, Romulus is really good.
I think I watched that one too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on Disney. Yeah, it just came out like a year or two ago.
Oh yeah, well I think I had Disney back then.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I watched it. I just don't remember this stuff unless I watch it like several times. My retention's not great until you start telling me about something. I'm like, oh, that sounds.
Yeah, I remember this thing.
That's why I watched the wrong movie yesterday, so it would be a little more fresher in my movie today.
It's good. It gives me a sneak peek, and then people will be like, "Oh, you said aliens." I'll be like, "Well, too bad. You'll get it. You'll get it, or sometime randomly."
Because next week, yeah, I'm gonna watch the movie. I'll watch the movie.
Perfect.
And we can do the right movie, maybe without a rat running around in the background, even.
Maybe yes or no. It's good.
I was gonna have an aliens thing up there because we were playing Call of Duty and scrambling.
Right? I was like, oh, yeah, we have time. I was like, let's load up for another one. Oh, shit.
I should have scheduled it for 7:30 instead of 5 after 7 because you can always start early. But if you let it run too long past your scheduled time, it's gone. Yeah. But I enjoyed Alien. I thought it was good. I thought the special effects were great for its time.
Absolutely.
Like even the headless robot doctor guy. I mean, the special effects were great. There was the one
scene.
The one cut.
Yeah.
That's what I was just going to say. There's that one cut where it's like, oh, it's a real guy's head. But I mean, it was pretty good though. Considering that it was fucking 50 years ago or whatever.
About 50 years. But like, I would say all they had to do really was just cut to like the rest of them looking and cut back. But no, they do it in the same frame. Like it's just supposed to be like that's just the same thing, but they don't cut away. Like they just keep filming the head, and it like rolls over onto the table, and then it just like flash cuts like a bad edit. It just cuts, and then it's just him underneath the table. Like you can definitely tell it's the actor underneath the table. Then
yeah, it was,
and then right when he dies too, at the end too, he's like, "Well, I wish you all the best," or so. I sincerely wish you all the best.
Something
and
like
then he smiles, and then it cuts back it cuts away, and it's like clearly again like a bad face mask of them that they light on fire.
I didn't think it was that bad though. I didn't think it was that bad. It was pretty close. No. It was pretty close.
And like honestly, for that time, what else were they gonna do other than cut away and cut back? But
I got a kick out of the smoking in the movie too.
Smoking on spaceships?
I wrote a couple of things down while I was watching it last night. Yeah, they were like,
because that's been a thing forever. It's like you can't smoke on spaceships. Like, well, what do you mean? Well, like it's an oxygen-rich environment, and like that's not how it works. Well, and have you ever seen the movie Thank You for Smoking?
Don't think so.
There's a whole scene in that movie where they're talking about like how they can get smoking into like science fiction. They're like, well, you can't smoke in space. Like, well, just say that you can. Like, just write something into it. Like, no, but like scientifically, you can't smoke in space. And that's kind of what Ridley Scott did. He was just like, they've been doing it long enough. They figured it out. Like, the ship's big enough that it could, like, it makes its own air, blah, blah.
Yeah. Not an issue in 2036 or whatever it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Because Because I'm not sure, because I know the second movie is set in like 2187 and it's supposed to be 50 years. I like this because she gets lost in space for 50 years. It's kind of like what happens with her character and how that Aliens happens.
So at the end of Alien, when her and her cat go to sleep, when they go to sleep, her and her cat.
They just go to sleep for literally, and they wake up and the cat's like when they go to wake her up, the cat's just laying on her. She's in her cryopod. Like the first thing people see is the cat. So Jonesy is right there.
So her and the cat go missing for 50 years instead of whatever it was, 5 months or something, or
that she thought it would be like because she just blew herself out at an escape pod, but it didn't go towards Earth. It just blew out.
Yeah, okay.
Because she was around the outer ring, like because she just pulled herself in an escape pod and fired it out.
Mm-hmm.
And like literally, the beginning of that movie is really funny because they it's like any government insurance officer kind of. She's in this board meeting and they're like, "Well, you destroyed a $50,000 vessel," and she's like, "Yeah, because I had to kill the fucking thing." And they're like, "Yo, well, you can't prove that was there." Like, fuck you! Like they're all about the money and like how she destroyed this giant fucking vessel.
Yeah, I didn't even click on that. That's why you need to watch it. That's why you need to watch a movie a couple of times.
Right?
What the fuck? The scene where the guy finds all the egg things, and the one hatches where the alien comes out of
with the laser light over top.
That's the special effects there. That one was kind of, but I just remember thinking to myself too, the guy that was there. And this thing's opening, and he's just like, "Whoa!" And I mean, I'm thinking to myself, I would have been like, "God, get the fuck out of here!" Like, they were so curious in that movie. Same with when they got the dead fucking alien thing, and they're cutting it open and stuff, and be like, "Fuck that shit!" And the guy's like, "Freeze everything, freeze him, and freeze the fucking."
Well, why is it? But then you realize a lot of it's because of the robot doctor. He was programmed by the corporation that they work for, Weyland-Yutani. He was programmed that yes, we have to bring this thing in. It's another species, and we need it.
Yeah, even if the crew dies.
Yeah, everybody else is expendable.
Which makes a little bit more sense too, because I remember when watching the movie, because I didn't know that there's the part where they're coming in from outside. They're in the quarantine bay. Like, no fucking way. And then the doctor fucking opens it.
Yeah, and he's the science officer. Like, he should know exactly that's not what you do. Exactly. You quarantine.
So that should have been a clue at that point that, something was awry.
Was off with his character, but they do it in such a smooth way that it's everybody was just like reacting.
Yeah.
And like, it's a really well written and really well shot movie.
That part was great, I thought, because it left me going, what the fuck? And the doctor guy was kind of a weird character.
Yeah.
Like, he was kind of odd. He was different.
He was always a little off.
A little different.
A little twitchy. And like he was too fascinated in the thing once it showed up, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was like peeling back the layers.
And it's all... I have to say one thing. The design for the aliens... It's all quite sexual. I mean, the whole inside of the face hugger is a vagina. Like, that's all it is. It's a vagina with hands that grabs you. And he's in there flipping all the lips. Like,
it was interesting.
Yeah. And H.R. Giger, he was known to be a very sexual artist, but also very dark and twisted. But even the ship. Actually, I'm going to go back to the beginning for just a second.
What the fuck am I hearing? Mute my headset or something.
Somebody fucking talking to you through it?
On Discord or something, I think. I'm like, where the hell is that voice coming from? Huh. What do we got?
I just
Krabs, I made Krabs a moderator on my channel,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Krabs. Yeah.
What else in that movie? Did I write anything else down? I wrote down the size of the spaceship was one of the things I wrote down. And the doctor's head, we already talked about that. the retro computers. I got a kick out of the retro computers.
Because it was all CRT TVs, but like retro
just flashing lights on a wall too. You know, like it's like just.
It was literally just like, and they weren't even LEDs because they didn't have LEDs back then. It was just like full bulbs that they had to have. So every button was like this fucking big. Like
I remember thinking too, because they're traveling through the ship, but I mean, there's buttons and controls like fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
like everywhere.
Don't any of those do anything?
It's like there's just so much of it. I thought, but you know, they had to build the set, I guess, and it's great. I was just being a little cynical because of
I thought
because
the same thing.
I mean, when I watched that movie in like 1980 or whatever, when I watched it, it wouldn't have been the year it came out. It would have been a little later. But I mean,
yeah, probably once it came to
I wouldn't have thought anything about the computers or the fucking light walls or anything back
well,
then.
When I grew up watching it,
yeah, it was totally.
I never did either. I was like, whatever. And Prometheus kind of creates a continuity error because in Prometheus, which is supposed to be like 30 to 60 years before Alien, that movie, everything's like these flashy LEDs that's all holographic and it doesn't really make sense. But the way that they explain it is that their crew is like the richest of the rich that are going out to go do this. Like their spaceship is like the top of the top. And that the stuff that the guys in Alien are in is like your rundown fucking space hauler. The
Volvo.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. But honestly, like, no, you guys kind of fucked up your continuity there. Because their like technology is way more advanced than what you see in Alien and even Aliens. Like it doesn't quite make sense because it's all like holographic and stuff like like they can just push LED buttons and it's like, well, no, like and 3D mapping and stuff. Like, no, you guys didn't have that technology. Like definitely 100 years before.
I guess if they made that old technology look in a new movie, though, other than the diehard fans, they would have been like, what the fuck is this?
Well, like, see that's the thing.
Did you spend $200 on the set, or like
don't except go for Alien Romulus because it's set between Alien and Aliens, so it's that same kind of technology, and they made it all work a little bit better. Like there were like flashing buttons, but it would make like they have an android that goes with them like usual, but he's like the best friend of the main character, so he's like explaining like, oh, that light means this, and then you see it and you go, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like a lot of that kind of technology is kind of explained in that movie, which is kind of cool because I had the same like weird thoughts, like what does all of this do? Like when the main captain walks in to go talk to Mother. When it just,
I think there was like 3 TV screens or whatever. They were all small. Like,
they were like 13 to 17 inch little screens, like, and that's what's taught. That's the main computer for the ship. But it's like, well, why did it need the lights? Like, is that like does it need to talk? Like, why does it need lights on the outside of it? Yeah.
Speaking of lights, there's the scene where they just crashed, and the captain says, "Turn on the fucking running lights" or whatever.
Yeah.
And they turn on the running lights, and it looks like you would think, being a spaceship, they'd all be in line or something.
Oh yeah, no,
but it literally looks like they strung fucking Christmas lights or something. Cause it's like one's kind of straight, and the other one's like all kind of crookedy and up and down and shit.
They're all like wonky.
But I mean,
it looks like it's a string of lights.
Yeah. It was like maybe because they just crash landed. It's like that. But it definitely caught my eye, and it was like, that's
that was another one that I caught too. That was like, wait, right?
I'm glad that I watched Alien. It might help going into watching Aliens. Actually,
you'll get more of a continuity feel. This funny story. I watched Aliens probably 2 years before I ever watched the first Alien. My dad showed me Aliens because he was like, "You're gonna have fun. There's a lot of action in this." Like, because I love Terminator. I love like a lot of like action 80s movies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, 5 to 7 years old. My dad's like, "Hey, you're good to watch all this shit."
What's all in this box set?
It has Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien
Resurrection. Okay, well, I'll watch Aliens with an S on it next.
Yes.
And then, which one should I watch after that? Or does it matter? Should I just go down 1, 2, 3?
So I'd say just go through because Alien 3 is there's a lot to talk.
Yeah, well, we can do that too. But
Yeah.
I'll watch the right movie next, though.
Right, absolutely.
And then,
But why don't we make a quick little series out of them? Fuck, why not?
I'm down. Yeah, go subscribe. Jimmy Jams' channel.
Jimmy Jams. Yeah, the Nerdly Chaotic. It's gonna be all up there. Jimmy Jams, future Jamie, future Jimmy. Right there. I'm making it clear. It's one clear line. There you go. All right.
Right there.
Jimmy Jams.
Poking
Right?
him in the eye. Poking him in the eye.
Wait. Yeah, we'll wrap this up. So, for a surprise movie review, this is Alien, an amazing movie, and it's one of my favorites. And I'm sorry it came in so hot for this one too, but you know what? I'm super excited to do it next week. And I was glad to talk about this. It's like a precursor. It's like, you know, a little work in progress. And please subscribe. Jimmy Jam Presents. YouTube.com, blah.
Yeah, next week we can be on your channel. You just need 10 subscribers. Next week.
I just need 10 subscribers, so just fill it up. I'm going to have just fill me up, please. So I'm going to have to clip that. Anyways, yeah, I'm so happy to fucking do this with you, Carl, and I think let's go through the whole series.
I'm down, man.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier, I find, to do reviews with somebody else when it's just one person talking to a camera and not bouncing off like, oh, what did you think? What do you think? It's a lot fucking harder.
No doubt.
Because I'm like, I just stand there and I'm like, no.
I do that really bad when it comes to movies because like I told you, I just don't have that. So
the retention, right?
Yeah. So it's like I have to do this with somebody, and I'm glad to do it with you.
Fucking right. All right. So go pick up the kids.
The kid, yeah, the big one.
Kid, yes.
It's the big one. Then I'm coming back to play some Call of Duty.
I'm gonna be playing some Call of Duty too.
Okay, I'll meet you there.
Yeah. Check it out. Jimmy Jam's online too. Fucking game with you on Activision.
There you go. Yeah, me too. Carl the Madman 311 on PlayStation.
All right. Great time, Carl.
Yeah, that was fun. Even though some idiot watched the wrong fucking movie.
It was a great start, my friend.